Hi everyone, I'm Aurora from Susan's family. Today, I'm bringing you a new design from our Herbal Chronicle series, the Foo Patchwork Blanket. This blanket is made up of Motif One, Motif Two, joining together and crocheting the edging. First, we'll complete Motif One and Motif Two separately. Then, we'll join them together. Finally, we'll crochet the edging around all four sides. Let's start by learning how to make Motif One. We'll start with the chain ring method. Crochet in rounds counterclockwise. Several crochet stitches will be applied for Motif One. All the stitches are marked on the chart, so I won't go through each one. Now, let me demonstrate the specific crochet method. To make it easier for you to see clearly, I'll use cotton yarn for the demonstration. The colors for the small sample are random. For specific yarn, for the color scheme and hook size, please refer to the detail page of our product and the paper instructions. Start with 3 chain stitches. Leave a yarn tail and make a slip knot. Slightly tighten it. Then crochet chain stitches. Don't make the chain too tight. After completing, make 1 slip stitch into the first chain stitch. Pull tight. The starting chain is complete. Move on to the first round. Chain 3 to start, which counts as 1 double crochet. Then, in the small hole formed by the starting chain, crochet 2 double crochets. Two chain stitches. Consider these 3 double crochets and 2 chain stitches as one group. Repeat this group 3 more times. After completing, make 1 slip stitch into the top of the starting chain. Pick up the 2 strands of the chain and make 1 slip stitch. Place the starting tail of the yarn over the hook. The first round is complete. Crochet 1 chain stitch to secure. Leave a 5 cm tail and cut the yarn. Continue to crochet the second round. Join the new yarn in the chain space on the right side of the starting chain. Take the new yarn and make a slip knot. Insert the hook into the chain space. Draw the yarn through. Now the yarn is joined. Chain 3 to start. This counts as 1 double crochet. Continue by crocheting 1 double crochet in the chain space. Then crochet 1 double crochet on top of the starting chain. When crocheting, place the yarn tail over the hook. Pull it through together. Correspondingly, crochet 2 more double crochets in the next stitch on the left. Then you reach the chain space. In the chain space, crochet 2 double crochets and 5 chains. This round involves crocheting into the stitches and chain spaces. Treat the completed section as one group. Repeat the crochet technique for each group referring to the chart. Finish the remaining part. Pay attention to the beginning of each group. It starts by crocheting into the current chain space. Now you are at the last group's chain. Here, crochet 2 chains first, then crochet 1 double crochet on top of the starting chain. This replaces the 3 chains. This way, the yarn tail transitions to the middle position. The second round is complete. Now, crochet the third round. Start with 3 chains as the turning chain. Crochet 4 double crochets into the chain space below. Then skip the turning chain, and the next stitch on the left. Crochet 3 single crochets. After that, in the chain space on the left, crochet 5 double crochets and 2 chains. Treat the completed section as one group. Repeat the crochet technique for one group. Refer to the chart to finish the remaining part. Pay attention to the beginning of each group. It starts by crocheting into the current chain space. After completing, join with a slip stitch in the turning chain. Crochet 1 chain to secure. Leave a 5 cm yarn tail, and cut the yarn. The third round is complete. Move on to the fourth round. Take out the new yarn. Join the yarn on the right side of the chain space, where the slip stitch is. Work 1 chain as the turning chain for the single crochet. This does not count as a stitch. Then, crochet 2 single crochets into the chain space. Next, on the left side of the turning chain, crochet 1 back post single crochet. This stitch is a bit special. You need to hook out at the insertion point. Hook through the top chain of the turning chain. That is, the insertion point of the slip stitch. Then, insert your hook into the left stitch. Yarn over and draw the yarn through. Yarn over again, and pull through all the loops on your hook. The back post single crochet is completed. I'll demonstrate it one more time. Come out of the stitch. Insert your hook into the left stitch. Yarn over and draw the yarn through. Yarn over again, and pull through all the loops on your hook. The back post single crochet is done. Continue with 3 more back post single crochets. Pay attention. All of them should come out of the current stitch. Insert your hook into the left stitch. After completing them, in the middle stitch of the 3 back post single crochets on the left, corresponding to the double crochet below, crochet 1 front post treble crochet. The technique for this stitch is, wrap the yarn around your hook twice, then, insert your hook into the gap on the right side of the stitch. Come out through the gap on the left. Yarn over and draw the yarn through. Yarn over again. Pull through the first 2 loops on your hook. Repeat this 3 times. This completes the front post treble crochet. Next, in the middle single crochet, work 1 double crochet. Continue on the double crochet below, and work 1 front post treble crochet. I'll demonstrate this again. Wrap the yarn around the hook twice. Insert the hook from the right side of this stitch. Bring it to the front on the left side. Yarn over and draw the yarn through. Pull through the first 2 loops on your hook. Repeat this 3 times. The front post treble crochet is completed. Then skip the next single crochet on the left. In the next double crochet on the left, work 5 back post single crochets, corresponding to each stitch. For the last stitch, insert the hook into the chain space on the left. After completing it, work 3 more single crochets in the same chain space. Now let's take a look. In this round, you work 3 single crochets in each chain space. Correspondingly, work back post single crochets in the double crochets. The technique for working 3 single crochets is a bit special. I'll demonstrate this again. First, work to the corresponding position. Then, in the middle of the 3 single crochets on the left, on the corresponding double crochet below, work 1 front post treble crochet, in the middle single crochet, work 1 double crochet, on the corresponding double crochet below, work 1 front post treble crochet, this completes the position at the short needle. Follow the demonstration and refer to the chart to complete this round. For the last chain space, work 1 single crochet, and to match the 2 starting stitches of the round, add 3 single crochets to complete it. After completing, slip stitch into the first stitch. The 4th round is completed. Now, work the 5th round. Chain 2 as a starting chain. This counts as 1/2 double crochet, correspond to the stitch below. Then chain 3. In the stitch below the starting chain, work 1/2 double crochet. Continue to work half double crochets correspondingly. Work all the way to the left chain space. Hook through the middle of the 3 single crochets. While working this round, place the yarn tail from the previous round over the hook. Pull through together. Now you are at this position. Work 1/2 double crochet in this stitch. 3 chains and 1/2 double crochet. After completing, take a look. This round is worked in these chain spaces. Work 1/2 double crochet in the middle of the corresponding 3 single crochets. Work 1/2 double crochet, 3 chains and 1/2 double crochet. Work half double crochets in all other positions, corresponding to each stitch. Follow the pattern to complete this round. Join with a slip stitch in the top of the beginning chain. Work 1 chain to secure. Leave a 5 cm tail, then cut the yarn. Hide the tail along the texture of the wrong side of the fabric. The 5th round is completed. After completing this round, measure the width of the motif. Compare it with the dimensions given in the chart. If there is a significant difference, switch to a different hook size, or adjust the tension of your hands and recrochet. That concludes Motif 1. Now let's move on to Motif 2. Start with the chain ring method. Crochet in rounds counterclockwise. Motif 2 uses new stitch techniques. Half double crochet 3 puff stitch. Now, please watch me demonstrate the specific crochet method. Start with 5 chain stitches. Then slip stitch into the first chain. The starting chain is complete. Now, move on to the first round. First, work a half double crochet, 3 puff stitch. Since this is the beginning of the round, the method is a bit special. Start with 2 chain stitches, then work 2 incomplete half double crochets. The technique is to yarn over. Insert the hook into the small hole of the starting chain, and pull the yarn through. Pull it slightly higher to align with the right side standing chain. The incomplete half double crochet is now completed. Work 1 more stitch, yarn over and pull the yarn through. Raise the loop. Now you have completed 2 chain stitches and 2 incomplete half double crochets. Yarn over and draw through all the loops on the hook. This completes the first round of half double crochet 3 puff stitch. Work 3 chain stitches. Continue in the small hole of the starting chain. Work 1 half double crochet, 3 puff stitch. Start with 3 incomplete half double crochets. Pay attention to raising the loops. Then yarn over and draw through all the loops on the hook. The half double crochet, 3 puff stitch is now completed. From now on, we'll call this stitch a puff stitch. Work 3 chain stitches. Consider 1 puff stitch and 3 chain stitches as one group. Repeat to make 6 groups. When you reach the last group and have 3 chain stitches left, work 1 chain stitch. Then, in the stitch of the first puff stitch, work 1 half double crochet. This will replace the remaining 2 chain stitches. This way, the yarn tail transitions to the middle position. The first round is complete. Now, let's work the second round. Make 3 chain stitches to correspond to the chain space below. Continue by working 1 double crochet in the chain space. Then, in the chain space on the left side, work 1 chain stitch, 1 puff stitch. Two chain stitches, 1 puff stitch and 1 chain stitch. Continue by working 2 double crochets in the chain space on the left side. 3 chain stitches. Take a look. The part that has already been completed. Consider this as one group. Repeat this group pattern for the entire round. Pay attention to starting the next group by continuing to work in the current chain space. Now we have reached the required position in the chain space on the left side, which is where the round begins. Work 2 double crochets and 3 chain stitches. Then slip stitch into the beginning chain. The second round is complete. Work 1 chain stitch to secure. Leave a 5 cm tail and cut the yarn. Move on to the third round. Take the new yarn. Join the yarn in the chain space on the right side of the slip stitch. Make 3 chain stitches corresponding to the chain space below. Continue by working 1 double crochet into the chain space. Then work 2 double crochets into the next stitch on the left, corresponding to each stitch. Next, in the chain spaces of the 2 chains on the left side, work 1 chain stitch, 1 puff stitch. Two chain stitches, 1 puff stitch and 1 chain stitch. Then skip the stitch and chain. Work 2 double crochets into the double crochet stitch. Work 2 double crochets into the chain space on the left side, 3 chain stitches. Take a look. The part that has already been completed can be considered as one group. Repeat this group's pattern for the entire round. Pay attention to the start of each group. Continue working in the current chain space. Follow the chart to work all the way to the last chain space. Now you have reached the required position in the chain space on the left side, which is where the round begins. Work 2 double crochets and 3 chain stitches. Then slip stitch into the turning chain. The third round is complete. Crochet 1 chain stitch to secure. Leave a 5 cm tail and cut the yarn. Next, work the fourth round. This round is similar to the third round, but with a different number of double crochets. Refer to the previous demonstration and the chart. Work until there are 3 chain stitches left. You have now reached the required position. First, crochet 2 chain stitches. Then, crochet 1 single crochet into the turning chain. The fourth round is complete. Continue to the fifth round. Make 1 beginning chain. This does not count as a stitch. Next, pick up the bottom chain space and crochet 1 single crochet. Then, correspondingly crochet single crochets. Continue until you reach the chain space. Here, crochet 1 single crochet into the chain space. Crochet 1 single crochet into the chain space of the 2 chain stitches. Also, crochet 1 single crochet into this chain space. Continue to crochet single crochets correspondingly. Keep going until you reach the chain space on the left side. In this chain space, crochet 1 single crochet and 3 chain stitches. Take a look at the part that has already been completed. Consider this as one group. Repeat this group pattern for the entire round. Pay attention to the start of the group and continue crocheting in the current chain space. Next, refer to the chart to crochet the entire round. At the end, crochet 1 chain stitch to secure. Reserve the last round of this motif with 2-3 times the length of the yarn tail before cutting the yarn. Round 5 is completed. That concludes Motif 2. Measure the width of Motif 2 to ensure it matches the chart. It should be close to the size of Motif 1. Confirm this before proceeding with the color scheme provided in the chart. Crochet all the motifs. After completing both Motif 1 and Motif 2, refer to the joining diagram and position the motifs correctly. Motif 1 and Motif 2 are placed in a staggered pattern. I will demonstrate the joining method using a small sample. Since it's a small sample, the motifs will look different from the actual project. You can learn the technique by following the actual project for joining. Pick up adjacent Motif 1 and Motif 2. Thread the yarn tail of Motif 2 onto a darning needle. We start joining from the middle chain stitch of one corner, and continue to the middle chain stitch of the next corner. Sew one stitch to another, matching the stitches of the two fabric pieces. Pick up the nearby half loops, and join them with whip stitches. Make sure the tension is just right when joining. Don't make it too tight or too loose. If any motif has more or fewer stitches, or if you miss a stitch or two, you can adjust as you join. That means adjusting on the side with fewer stitches. Join twice on a single stitch, and join normally on the other side. If this side has fewer stitches, join an extra time at this position. I will continue joining normally here. After joining, take out the adjacent Motif 1. Pay attention to the color scheme arrangement. Start from the middle chain stitch of one corner, and join to the middle chain stitch of the next corner. At the corners, join the middle chain stitch to the middle chain stitch normally. Don't join too loosely here. Take a look. The joining here is done using the yarn from Motif 2 to join it to the adjacent Motif 1. Motif 2 has 2 sides joined, as well as 3 sides and 4 sides in different situations. Although the situations are different, the joining method is the same. Follow the demonstration here. According to the joining diagram, join the adjacent 2 sides together. After joining, you can join the ending part one more time. Then pick up the yarn tail from the back. Tie off and weave in the ends. This is the method for joining. Everyone continue to join the remaining motifs. That's all for joining. Next, we'll learn how to crochet the edging. Crocheting the edging involves working around the outer edge of the joined motifs. It is done by crocheting in rounds. Let's start with the first round of the edging. We'll continue using this small sample for demonstration. Join the yarn in the corner chain space. Crochet 1 single crochet. Then, in each stitch of the motifs, correspondingly make 1 single crochet. In the middle at these junctions, crochet 1 single crochet in each chain space. Crochet 1 half double crochet in the seam. At each corner, crochet 1 short needle, 3 chain stitches and 1 single crochet. Work all the way around this round. Finally, join with a slip stitch in the first stitch. Leave a 5 cm tail and cut the yarn. The first round is complete. Now let's crochet the second round. First, join the yarn in the corner chain space. Make 3 chain stitches. Crochet 2 double crochets in the chain space. Next, in the second single crochet from the left, crochet 1 single crochet, 3 chain stitches. Then crochet 1 puff stitch with 3 double crochets 2 together. First, slightly enlarge the loop. Then, in the third chain stitch below, pick up 1 loop and crochet 3 incomplete half double crochets. Here, you can pick up the back loop of the chain, the central carrying yarn. If you can't find it precisely, just pick up 1 strand roughly. Pull it up to the same height as the right side. Then skip 3 stitches. And in the fourth stitch, crochet 3 incomplete half double crochets. After completing them, yarn over, and pull the yarn through all loops at once. This is the puff stitch with 3 half double crochets 2 together. We'll call this the puff stitch cluster from now on. Then crochet 1 chain to secure. Pinch the bottom, and slightly tighten. Next, pick up a strand of the chain, which means insert the hook into the hole, and crochet 1 puff stitch with 3 half double crochets. Then crochet 3 chains. Skip 3 stitches below. Crochet 1 short stitch. Skip 2 stitches. In the next stitch, crochet 5 double crochets together. Skip 3 stitches. Crochet 1 short stitch. Skip 2 stitches and crochet 5 double crochets. Start from this short stitch. Repeat this pattern. Pay attention to the number of stitches between each stitch technique. I'll demonstrate another group. Skip 2 stitches. Crochet 1 short stitch. 3 chain stitches. Then crochet 1 puff stitch cluster. Note that you need to slightly enlarge the loop. Below, skip 3 stitches. After completing 3 incomplete half double crochets, yarn over and draw through all the loops once. The puff stitch cluster is done. Once completed, crochet 1 chain stitch to secure. Then crochet 1 half double crochet puff stitch. Three chain stitches. Skip 3 stitches. 1 short stitch. Skip 2 stitches. Crochet 5 double crochets. Skip 3 stitches. 1 short stitch. Skip 2 stitches. Crochet 5 double crochets. Next, repeat this process all the way to the second short stitch position on the right side of the corner. That means after you finish, there should be exactly 1 short stitch left here. If it's not exact, you need to adjust the number of stitches between the techniques earlier. After completing, crochet 7 double crochets in this chain space. The remaining crochet pattern is the same as before. Everyone finish this round. And at the end, in the starting chain space, crochet 4 double crochets and join with a slip stitch. That completes the second round. Continue to the third round. Work 1 chain. Crochet 1 single crochet in the position of the slip stitch. 2 chains. Crochet 1 double crochet in this insertion position. 3 chains. Crochet 1 puff stitch in the middle chain space. Then crochet 5 chains. In the same position, crochet 1 more puff stitch. Three chains. In this chain space, which is the first chain from here, crochet 1 double crochet, 3 chains. In the middle of these 5 double crochets, crochet 1 single crochet. On the left single crochet stitch, crochet 5 double crochets. In the middle of these 5 double crochets, crochet 1 single crochet, 3 chains. Starting from this double crochet, repeat this pattern. Continue to the top of the puff stitch on the left side. End at this chain stitch position. After crocheting 1 double crochet, crochet 2 chains. Then, in the corner position with 7 double crochets, crochet 1 single crochet in the 3rd and 5th double crochets. Between these single crochets, crochet 3 chains. Once completed, crochet 2 chains. Next, follow this method for each corner. Refer to the chart and complete this round. Pay attention, use half double crochets instead of the last 2 chains in the round. This way, we have completed the 3rd round. Move on to the 4th round. In this round, when you encounter a position with 5 double crochets, crochet 1 single crochet in the middle stitch. For the other positions, crochet double crochets in the corresponding spaces or stitches. Follow the chart to complete this round. After completing, leave a yarn tail and fasten off. Continue to the 5th round. In this round, crochet double crochets in the corresponding positions, single crochets, and chains. At the corners, crochet treble crochets. Here, I'll demonstrate the technique for treble crochets at the corners. I'll continue demonstrating with this small sample. Join the yarn to the turning chain of the previous round. Make 3 chains to start. Crochet 1 chain. Continue by crocheting 1 treble crochet in this position. Yarn over twice. Insert the hook and draw the yarn through. There are 4 loops on the hook. Yarn over and draw through the first 2 loops on the hook. Repeat 3 times. The treble crochet is completed. Crochet 1 chain and 1 treble crochet. Yarn over twice. Draw the yarn through. Pull through the first 2 loops on the hook. Repeat 3 times. The treble crochet is completed. Continue to follow the chart for the remaining part. When finished, leave a yarn tail and fasten off. Move on to the 6th round. In this round, except for the dent, do not crochet short stitches in the 2 chain spaces. Only crochet short stitches into the short stitches below. For the rest, crochet short stitches into the double crochets or spaces correspondingly. A small bobble stitch is a CH3 picket for the picket stitches, except for the 4 corners and such dents. In the middle, crochet 3 short stitches followed by 1 picket stitch. That is, maintain symmetry on both sides. The interval in the dents is slightly larger. The interval at the corners is slightly smaller. Please refer to the chart for specifics. Now I'll demonstrate how to crochet the picket stitch. Join the yarn to the middle treble crochet at the corner. Work 1 chain. Crochet 1 single crochet. Then crochet a CH3 picket. First, work 3 chains. Then pick up the front loop and the left side strand. Crochet 1 slip stitch. Pull tight. That completes the picket stitch. Then crochet 2 more single crochets. Follow with another picket stitch. First, work 3 chains. Then pick up the front loop and the left side strand. Crochet 1 slip stitch. Pull tight. The picket stitch is now complete. Continue to follow the chart to finish the remaining part. After completing, leave a yarn tail and fasten off. Weave in the ends. That concludes the edging process. Up to this point, the entire blanket has been covered. If you have any unclear points during the crocheting process, don't hesitate to reach us via our website. Susan's Family. Support your handwork experience. Enjoy the joy of life. Thank you for watching. See you in the next episode.